much gold does he have? 58? Can I sort by weight? Does he still sort? No, it doesn't. Filter. No. Let's sort by weight. Boop. Oh, no, that only shows weight. Can I sort up here? There we go. I have a hauberk? It's heavy, though. I don't want that. Let's sell 6 of our pickaxes. Don't think we need all of those. Let's sell 1 of our bows. Gauntlets. Chain boots. The scrap metal of all that stuff. Oh! I gotta put that on. Cool. Sell 1 of our shovels. All the Ancient Nation. Goblet of the Ancient Nation. One goblet. Empty wine bottles. Skull. Ruin. I'm assuming we can sell ruined books. Okay. We're not going to use the Staff of Flames, most likely. We'll go ahead and sell that. That should be fine for now. That's it for now. Thanks for your help.
Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Carbos, do we need the still tomorrow? Or can I clean all the tools?
Blazes, Finn, I'm playing. Don't bother me.
I guess that means no.
Talk to the apothecaries about the fever?
By the righteous path. What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself.
Yes, I suddenly have this kind of fever. Do you have any idea what it could be?
Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Oh,
Sit down
so
by
now
the
we're brewing
fire.
potions for complete strangers.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you.
Whatever. I like that guy.
Gruntrudes, Gruntrudes. Ah, here we go. So, let's see. Sheer cap, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises,
Shit.
but...
Finn! The still!
Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh, no! Oh, sod it.
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, all right. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, you're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you. See? You already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days.
Thanks, but what in blazes just happened there?
What? You mean the still? Bad quality. And too much heat, I'd wager. But, yeah, whatever will be, will be.
Zepic, you're trying to get a message to me, bud? Oh, it's fine, dude. No, oh, well, actually, yeah, I'll have to look into that. Okay. Thanks, Zepic. I'll keep that in mind. Remind me again when we get closer. But the explosions of voices, they were yours.
Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalleries. Died in 8234.
Someone gone?
Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that? I could have sworn I saw something moving over there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit!
Oh,
What
shit!
the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
That timing. The death of a beloved character and a kitten!
Carbos, do something, damn it!
Dude! Oh my god.
Now would you look at that? Our mysterious survivor has awoken.
Who are you?
Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are in my very own campsite. And before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into a thicket. Luckily enough, most of your injuries are only superficial, and I've already taken care of them. Your fever, though,
Dude,
is
they
an
just
entirely
Game of
different
Thrones
story.
the first two characters in the game. And they were both awesome. And I was all like, yay, we get to visit them later in their place, and it's gonna be fun. Damn, man. How do you know all this? Were you there when we were attacked?
Suffice it to say, I was on the perimeter. And no, I didn't help for two reasons. One, I was outnumbered like crazy. And two, I'm in a happy relationship with my entrails. I wish I had a more heroic answer for you, but I don't. Sorry.
What are you doing? I have a good relationship with my entrails.
Yep, quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from first-degree Arcanist's fever. I'm quite surprised that the old apothecarius didn't see that, to be honest. You're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? And you're feeling unusually strong and dizzy at the same time? While drinking herbal potions leaves a, well, kind of a bitter feeling in your head?
It does, yes. This Arcanist fever is responsible for these things I can suddenly do, the magic.
Yep. Your magical talent has broken free inside you. I don't have any myself, but I've worked together with enough Arcanists to know the signs. Simply put, what's happening is that your body can't cope with the magic. This isn't much of a problem at first, but if you don't do anything about it within the next couple of months, you'll find yourself running through the heartland naked, throwing fireballs at everything that moves. You'll lose your mind, to speak plain and all.
But the fever can be treated, right?
Yes, of course. Though someone who's magically gifted will always react differently to certain situations than someone who isn't. As I said, some herbs will always worsen your fever, as will magically contaminated areas.
So this fever gets worse whenever I, drink potions?
Among other things, yes. Just as being magically gifted can make a person powerful, it can also make them sensitive and prone to certain conditions. Just don't overdo it sleeping in ruins or in the wilderness. Instead, set up a camp somewhere. Plus, as you've already said yourself, don't overdo it with potions.
And how can I treat it with this grunt root extract?
What? No. That won't help you in the long run. What you need is ambrosia, a special mixture of herbs that can remedy the fever without any side effects. Every good alchemist has that in stock, but it'll cost you.
And what about these visions?
Visions?
Well, that's what I'd call them. I have these kind of premonitions of things that are about to happen. Are they also a side effect of the fever?
No. Well, none that I know of. The only visions I ever had were those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. You know what? Someone has to take care of your fever. And as it happens, I know someone who could. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. How did you get here? And what did you do in that temple? And what exactly did you see in those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you. And that makes me curious. So, healing for information. What do you say?
Oh, So many options. Okay, let's do it.
Then shoot. I'm eager to listen.
Big thank you to Automatic Octopriya Towley with the 2 years.
I understand. My condolences for your loss.
I gotta stop using my soundboard in this
So that
game.
means you somehow survived this execution. And before you got washed ashore, you had this, what, this dream? In which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light.
Also, Rudy Bits, Furman, Ekits, Spirit XC, Perfectification. Thank you so much, man. Corrosion and Chromagon. Thank you so much, guys, for your subs and resubs. Subs, if we can give them a warm welcome back to the community. Thank you so much, dudes. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, but it wasn't just a dream. It was like a memory. The temple I saw was exactly the same as the one in the valley. Do you know what I mean?
I hope so.
I do believe I know what you were
So
saying.
your magical outburst didn't happen slowly as it usually does, but all of a sudden after this near-death experience. And with it came these visions. Interesting. I guess you know how absurd all this must sound, but somehow I believe you. Heck knows why, but I do. So, that means I'll introduce you to my employer. If anyone can help you, it's him. There is, however, one thing with which I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can start our journey to Ark.
What exactly is Ark?
Ark? The capital of this country?
Oh, okay. Well.
Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone, rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned, never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by the Lord, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. If you plan on staying in this land, sooner or later you'll see it with your own eyes.
And if I don't want to help you?
That's your call, I suppose. My curiosity is satisfied. But without me accompanying you, the guards won't let you into the Sun Temple in Ark. And that's where you need to go in order to treat your fever. But as I said, no hard feelings on my side if you want to play the lone wolf.
Okay, who's this employer of yours?
Well, aren't you curious? I like that. I work for the Holy Order.
You mean the military unit of the gods?
Yes, but as you might know, this is the realm of Malphas, the guardian of the Lightborn. And here, the Order basically reigns for him. It's both the spiritual and judicial center of this country, so believe me, you'll see for yourself soon enough.
Okay then, I'll help you. The faster I get rid of the fever, the better.
Splendid. There are some things that need some explanation before we can get started, however. Where should I start? I take it you've noticed that in the past 2.5 years, this world has fallen into political chaos, right? Civil wars, usurpers everywhere, you name it. And even though Enderal isn't directly affected by these wars going on everywhere, there are strange things happening here too. Take the Watirs, for example. There have been an unusual number of reports of wanderers being attacked by them in the open, which has never happened before. And the same goes for the Lost Ones, the living dead. Until 2 years ago, they were a rather rare magical phenomenon. But now every other corpse not properly cremated starts walking again as if it were the most natural thing to do. The strangest thing, however, is what they call the Red Madness.
Do you think this chaos could be in any way related to the rumors about the Lightborn's deaths? Everyone in Nerim talks about them.
Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true. And that there's a connection, yes.
Then you actually believe that someone did kill the Lightborn?
As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than false gods anyway.
Ooh. And here I thought Endralians were the most pious people in the civilized world.
Please, don't take me as an example. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve. And this whole false deity theory isn't that new, after all. And seriously, let's say the Lightborn really are as mighty and omnipresent as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to magically smite me here and now for my insolence? The Lightborn were just powerful kings. No more, no less. But that's just how I see it. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Still waiting for that smiting.
I think we'll get along just fine. But we're digressing.
I like this guy. True, you mentioned something about a red madness.
Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their minds. Just a couple of weeks ago, for instance, there was a smith in Ark who slaughtered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like, "Fear the light," while he was doing it. Or a young noblewoman who killed herself by setting her family estate on fire for no apparent reason. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen of them. That and the fact that the possessed's eyes glow red shortly before and during their deed has made people call it the Red Madness. And just 3 days ago it happened again. Only this time it was a magister from within the Holy Order itself.
A magister?
Right, you're not from here. A magister is a kind of sage from the Holy Order, who teaches the young novices who are aspiring to become keepers or arcanists. Yarrow was his name, a man who had more than 60 winners on his back.
What do you do?
He killed 15 novices and himself.
Jesus!
According to the only eyewitness to survive, he entered the teaching room as usual to give a lecture on alchemy. But instead, he gave a strange speech in which he explained that humanity is corrupt, void, as he put it. And his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and... well, he tore himself apart with a magical explosion. You can imagine the kind of uproar that caused.
Oh, jeez. So what's your role in all this? You said you work for the Order, but I take it you're no monk.
Well, I'm not exactly one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. I guess you could say my specialty is recovering things that have been lost. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the
Hey, I
like.
do that too. I just keep
And
it.
the Order hired me to do exactly that. They want to know how a highly intelligent man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And also if there's a discernible pattern to how this malady, or whatever it is, chooses its victims.
In other words, you're searching for his motives. How could I help you with that? I don't know anything about this Yarrow.
True, but that's irrelevant. Yarrow grew up in a small village named Riverville, which
we're
isn't
heading.
far from here.
Yeah.
And according to some of the other wardens, he visited this area quite often after his partner's death. So it's quite possible we could find some clues around here. Shards of his past, if you like. I've already searched most of the area, but a second pair of eyes wouldn't hurt. What do you think?
Where should I start?
Well, for starters, I need you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred. He was a childhood friend of Yarrow's, and he might be able to tell us something worthwhile. Secondly, a boy from the village told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the water near a cliff to the east. Go there and see if you can find whatever it was he wanted to get rid of. I myself will have a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Here, this is a map of the region. The blue dot over here is Yarrow's old house. And at the risk of sounding heartless, you should head back to the apothecary's camp. Maybe the bandits left behind some equipment. If there's nothing else, I'd say off we go. Let's shed some light on this Yarrow and his motivations. Meet me at his old house when you're ready. I'll be waiting there.
If the quest objective is marked by 1 or more stars, they indicate the difficulty of said quest, and at the same time, the level you should have for the quest. Alright. Thanks, babe. Awesome. Stealing your horseshoe, bro.
Huh?
Alright, so... I think back here... Where's our map? Okay. L. So that's where we need to go. Where did we come out? Was it back this way?
Never walked back on the road from
Doink. Oh, shit.
Sorry. I know. I can't sing.
There we go. Let's go ahead and save it. Up, up. Did that goat just get hit by a rock? That was rude. That was super rude. Border of the protected lands. Behind this mountain pass there will be no protection against pathless ones. Travelers beware of rock falls and assault.